back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20 and first looks at what's coming up in
An aerial view of the many buildings making up the skyline of beautiful Houston, Texas, our broadcast setting tonight. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Enabia, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening. Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You take a look at the Thunder. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, the Rockets, tied right now.
And seeing where the Rockets are, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Yeah, they'll be there in the playoffs. I'm sure of that. It's just a matter of how high they'll be seated.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. It's Dort in at the 3 spot. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Adams. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Oh, man, these fans are pumped. I expect them to be loud tonight. Should be a great game.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Harden surveying the D.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Now, here is Gallinari. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
Now, here is Harden following the shot by Chris Paul. And that one's good. Westbrook.
I mean, he's terrific at finding an open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard. Harden.
Paul against Westbrook. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Covington kicks to Harden. Paul with the steal. To the paint. Stolen by Westbrook. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Tucker can't get it to go. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. And Adams with the slam.
Now, I've seen Paul make about 1 million of those passes over his career. It never gets old.
Westbrook scanning the floor over Paul. Westbrook, no good.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace. If you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time down.
Covington dishes to Westbrook. Harden kicks to Westbrook. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Oh, Harden is such a remarkable passer. He's adept at working the ball over to his teammates.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. Adams trying to free himself up. Rebounded by Covington.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
House the pass to Harden. For three, Westbrook. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Gallinari left side. Knocked away. Here is House. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The offensive rebound, Covington. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. We're inching closer to the postseason, Chris. The playoffs right around the corner. Is there anything you would change with the playoff format?
You know, I've thought about this a lot. And because it's cyclical, meaning who's going to be number 1 or number 8 in your conference, that makes me not want to change anything. One idea, however, that I've always entertained is top 1 through 16. So it doesn't, let's take conferences out of it, let's take divisions out of it and just rank them by records 1 through 16. I think that would have a pretty good impact on who's in and who's out, but I think it would also mess with travel and a whole logistical and a whole bunch of logistics in that way and mess it up. But I really like how we have it, man. 1 through 8 on both sides and may the best team win.
How about reseeding?
Well, we could reseat, and that just opens up so many. You know what? I'm a guy, I got to get used to change. And maybe if I hear some more ideas, I'm with it. But right now, I like it the way we got it.
I hear you. I hear you. Thunder trailing by 7. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Out to the right wing. Here's Paul. The Thunder with another miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
And here now the Thunder. Harden missing his last shot. Covington with the steal. One-on-one here. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, an agile defender. Like seeing Covington take risks and go after steals from time to time.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure Coach is going to let them know that.
And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for him.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him, and a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that Coach would probably like to see him reverse.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for Oklahoma City. 9-point game. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, Kevin, you can't be careless with the ball around Harden. He's great at swiping the ball and creating easy opportunities for his team.
Here's Paul. He hits that shot, his first of the night, now 1 for 6.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
Here's Westbrook. Paul with the defensive effort.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Oklahoma City shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe.
Yeah, it's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode now. I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the miss by Russell Westbrook. That one wide left. Rockets leading by 7. Passes to House. Covington in the corner. Outside Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Tucker.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
That's a 2 from Paul, and he hits the jump shot. Paul's got his second bucket tonight. And the Rockets desperate for a return to the NBA Finals.
Oh, the team has had their chances. They just need to make the most of them. I mean, front office, they're doing what they can help to make the most of Harden's prime. I mean, you have to admire their willingness to go for it now.
Here's Dort, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. And now just a 5-point Houston lead. Now here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And that didn't come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game. It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Gallinari surveying the D. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. Westbrook with a wide-open look. Drills it from outside. Westbrook's got 11.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
Yeah, I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it. But for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans. But we also want to keep the integrity of the game. And if technicals means I get to yell at the referee more, well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there.
And checking out the numbers for James Harden. His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's putting up 29 points a game, 7 assists, and just over 2 steals. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
His nose for the ball has never been better. I mean, Greg, his transition defense really stands out. If you get careless in the open court, he'll make you pay.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Here's Muscala.
I see you. I see you.
And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Schroeder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah. Here's Noel.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Harden outside. And again, the Rockets good for two.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Here's Ferguson.
I see him. Kick it out, man. Kick it out.
Back to Muscala. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes back up. Ferguson misses. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Utah Jazz. Took him no time at all on that one. Harden's got 9.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Schroeder outside. To stop the run, it's tipped.
Well, you know defense is Tucker's calling card. He will pester you, aggravate you, get up in your jersey, make you think twice about trying to shoot over him.
Got a hand on it. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Here's Diallo. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Damari Carroll's checked in for Houston. Rivers comes in for James Harden. Rockets leading by 10. Pass to McLemore. There's the pass to Clemens. No good on the 3.
A strong D on the perimeter. That's how you got to play him.
Here's Muscala. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Pass to Green. Clemens. He's guarded by Schroeder, and the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 1:48 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Clemens. Fires the 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early. And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
4 on the clock. Noel. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Clemens. He's guarded by Schroeder. Shoots. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. He's got 5.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
Knocks it loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard as we've gotten into the second half of the season. These teams have become better and better at scoring points off turnovers. 5th best, the Rockets.
And since the break, we've seen them ambush their opponents with that attacking brand of defense. And boy, have they reaped the rewards offensively.
Now here's Schroeder. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Get there.
30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Green. Again, the Rockets score.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Now, here's Schroeder. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. From deep three-point range, Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Houston. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Chris Paul talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position. You know, every night you look at the board, the coach is pretty much going to say, their team goes as such and such goes. You know what I mean? So that's the toughest part, and that's probably the funnest part, too, because it's competition.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. In quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Robertson, Ferguson out there with Muscala. Then it's Noel, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
And slam dunk by Noel.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And it's blocked. Schroeder against Rivers. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
Oh, no. Sloppy finish. The D was giving him the layup. He just didn't stay with it. Well, he hasn't been able to do much damage outside the three-point line. Just one triple for him in the game, and that was back in the first quarter.
Now here's Noel. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Now McLemore. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on.
Take a break.
This is a
Take a
global
break.
game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is. Second free throw, no good.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
And so it's Houston with it, following the score by Oklahoma City. Intercepted. Here's Noel, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Jeff Green picks one up. For Oklahoma City, they have made 3 free throws so far, haven't missed any. First one falls for him. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Houston. Then for the Thunder, Gallinari comes in for Mike Muscala. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Terrence Ferguson. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
Thunder trailing by 10. Schroeder finds Gallinari. And that one hits back iron. Pass to Rivers. McLemore with the ball. Outside, Green. And the pass to Westbrook. Puts it up from 12. Puts up a 3. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Gallinari. Rockets have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Add another make to his scoring column, his 5th basket of the game, now shooting 5 of 11.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
To the inside, and Westbrook throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Westbrook against Schroeder. And here's Robertson. Here's Noel, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Noel's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Passes it to Carroll. Outside Westbrook. And another 3 for Houston.
Timeout. They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Chris, when you look around the NBA, which player most emulates the style and approach that you had? And you were special. But so you've got to have a very special category for this one, I'm sure.
Well, thanks, kid. That's flattering. I like to be in the categories with these guys because I'm such fans of them. But Blake Griffin, when I think about him, and also Joel Embiid, the fact that Embiid can shoot out on the floor, he can space up, but in the post, he likes to go to work as well. I just think he gives you such a mix of offensive moves that you can't stop, that as a defender, you're always worried and on guard and looking over your shoulder because you don't know what he's going to hit you with because he has so many options.
But in my mind, there's only one Chris Webber.
Oh, thanks, baby.
Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. Robert Covington comes in for Damari Carroll. Daniel House is checked in for Ben McLemore. And it's James Harden in for Rivers. And then for Oklahoma City, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel. And Chris Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Now, here's Robertson. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And here's Harden for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Westbrook's got 24 points.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Paul dishes to Adams. Robertson the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Harden. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Houston now. This run now up to 13-2. And that one's good. House.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
From the line, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And that's now 6 points for Chris Paul. Westbrook with it. 24 points for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, easy call.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good, and Oklahoma City making a change here. Both free throws good from Westbrook.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Paul outside. Gallinari on the wing, defended by Covington. And it's Gallinari missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel. Well, until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No points in the game yet for him, and yes, it's good.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
Here's Westbrook, and he has 28 points for the game. And it's wide right, hits off the rim.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Down low, here's Gallinari, and Gallinari throws it down.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
Now, here's Westbrook, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. House kicks to Westbrook. Harden inside the three-point line. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Oh, and that catch-and-shoot J from Harden is unblockable, just quickly shooting off the pass.
And for James Harden, he loves to be put on an island and go one-on-one against a defender.
Well, yeah, last season, Harden had as many ISOs called for him as some teams ran in, and that's all because of his coach. His coach calls the games that way. It's his bread and butter, and there isn't much you can do to stop him with one defender.
Rockets leading by 21. Now Westbrook puts it up from 12. Good work defensively by Paul.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Outside Westbrook puts it up. That one's not going to go. So the Thunder will take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz. Offensive rebound. Paul draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Well, C-Web, Chris Paul can make some fancy passes every so often, but he's considered a great passer for making the right pass at the right time.
Yeah, Kevin, and you know it always doesn't have to be about the no-look pass. I mean, Paul is effective by making simple, fundamental passes and keeping his turnovers down. As impressive as his assist totals are, they are even more incredible when you put them up by his low turnover numbers.
Free throw, good, Paul.
Yeah, and the one thing that amazes me about Chris Paul is his awareness on the court. He knows exactly what is going on and what to watch for on each trip down the court.
Harden inside the three-point line. The Rockets again can't hit. Thunder trailing by 18. And Muscala kicks to Paul. And here is Muscala. Here's Adams. Shoots over Tucker. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 6 points. And with Paul, he's one of the most heads-up players in the game.
Oh, and personally, Kev, I would love to have played with a guy like Paul, who is always 100% focused on the game. Paul can rub some players the wrong way, but he's the closest thing to having a coach on the floor in the NBA.
Here's Dort. James Harden picking up that last basket. 1:35 left to play here in the half. And Muscala has it in the corner. Over Harden. It's rebounded by Houston. Tucker's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Chris Paul picks up that one.
2 shots.
And sometimes I feel like people
Elbow.
don't truly appreciate the
2.
greatness of what James Harden does. He's one of the toughest guys to check on the fast break. He has one of the best Euro steps in the game, the best footwork in the game. He'll hit you in the head for deep. You can't check him without fouling him. The precision of his movements, the ease in which he scores. Come on, man.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. As you said, C-Webb, what Harden has been doing the last few years is truly remarkable.
Yeah, Kevin, and what's funny, because when you are achieving greatness and critics try to diminish what you're doing, it's just funny to me. Harden is one of the great guards of all time, no matter how you slice it.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Ferguson's checked in. Good on the second free throw.
The night Harden put up 60 points and had a triple-double, that was so amazing. I got to mention that's incredible.
Here's Paul. Adams. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And the longer the run goes on, the more momentum will swing their way.
Here is House. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Covington with the bucket.
And Covington, this is one of his favorite shots. He's a lights-out perimeter shooter with textbook form.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Adams finds Paul. Lets it go. Off the left rim and out. Rockets leading by 20. It's House outside. Ferguson with the rebound. One-on-one fast break. Here's Diallo. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass?
And so it's the Houston Rockets, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was all Russell Westbrook in the first quarter. He ended up with 28 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Their perimeter shooting has made the difference, and so many of their points are coming from long range. They've come out, spread the floor, and executed their jump shooting game. It's been a barrage from the three-point line. Guys always finding the open shot. If they can stay hot from three-point land in the second half, this game is over.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3 slot. So here's Westbrook, following the basket by Chris Paul. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Westbrook. 16 points for James Harden.
Look, when he's not killing you on the perimeter, he's doing it inside.
Thunder trailing by 18.
Get on CP.
Paul, right side. Pass to Dort.
Come around. Paul, step out.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Off target at the rim.
Get Russell. Hey, who's watching now?
Westbrook with it. The pass to House. He kicks to Harden. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
A strong D on the perimeter. That's how you got to play him.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Tucker, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And now look at Robert Covington. Over the last month, getting it done. He's putting up 13 points a game, 8 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And he's such a presence for them inside.
No questions. He blocks shots, controls the glass, does everything asked of him and more.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call, Oklahoma City with the foul. The Rockets have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific, 79% as a team.
That free throw, no good. No luck that time either. Thunder trailing by 18. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Pass to Westbrook. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard so we can see and check out some of the most feared defenders in the league. The steal leaders among shooting guards. James Harden, number 1.
You know, he's often forced to guard the opposition's top player on the perimeter, and still he's made his way all the way up the steals list.
He's the kind of elite defender that opponents dread guarding. I mean, just the prospect of going up against him, they hate it.
First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Thunder trailing by 20. Passes it to Dort. Kicks it to Gallinari. That's tipped. Covington with the steal. Inside. Harden's shot is off.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game. Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Here's Westbrook. The Thunder making the shot.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now here's Paul. He's got 11, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half.
I got yours.
Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Rockets leading by 18. Here's Westbrook. He's got 32. Good work defensively by Paul.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Oklahoma City shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
McLemore's checked in for Danuel House. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Paul. And that one misses.
Well, I love P.J. Tucker. He's a player that doesn't do a whole lot in the box score, but he passes the eye test. He plays defense, he's tough, he rebounds, and you know he'll hit that corner 3.
Here's Schroeder, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook with the block. Now here's McLemore. Defense is right there. Westbrook against Schroeder. Now here's Tucker. Goes up again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, you can't be too physical with Covington. He's tough, he's athletic, and he knows how to force the issue.
And Tucker, Chris, the type of player who will do all the small things for a team.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be anything more than he is with the stars on his team, and he knows that. Tucker's a great glue guy. He sets screens, guards anyone, rebounds, hits his shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Houston making some changes. Damari Carroll's checked in for P.J. Tucker, and it's Austin Rivers in for James Harden. And both free throws good for Covington. Thunder trailing by 20. Now Robertson. Pass to Adams. It's tipped. Stolen by Westbrook. Feeds it to McLemore. Here's Covington, and the shot goes down. Covington's got 4 points this quarter.
The strength of Covington, willing these shots in, despite the D being very aggressive with him.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Here's Adams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Schroeder against Westbrook.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Schroeder against Westbrook. Shot from free throw range, and it's Schroeder missing.
I hate to say it, but he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket this game.
3-pointer on the way. Westbrook, no good.
After a monster first half from three-point range, I mean, things have dried up for him here in the second.
Robertson the pass to Adams. Over Rivers. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got 6 rebounds now in the game. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by McLemore.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Count it, good.
Just not enough space for him to get to the rim. I mean, and the finish is flawless.
Westbrook passes to McLemore. Drains it from beyond the arc. McLemore's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's the kind of player McLemore is. He is always thinking of shooting as soon as he gets the ball off the pass.
And there's the pass to Adams. He kicks to Robertson. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Shot's good by McLemore. The Thunder have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Schroeder passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Westbrook. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket. Westbrook kicks to McLemore. Houston moving it around. And it's Westbrook missing. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Schroeder against Covington. Good on the shot. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the night.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Westbrook, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Mike Muscala is checked in for Adams. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Andre Robertson. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Free throw no good for Westbrook. The Thunder have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. It's deflected. They recover it. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
And how about the unselfishness of Carroll? You know, he's not hunting shots, just making winning plays.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault. And checking out the stats for Westbrook. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. He's putting up 29 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Pass to Carroll. That shot misses. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Schroeder outside. Noel dishes to Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock. Off target with his 3. And it's Carroll with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Passes it to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Now here's Diallo. He's covered by Westbrook. Noel finds Schroeder. Teardrop shot. It's rebounded by Houston.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
The baseline J. The Thunder pull it in. Muscala's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the middle. Here's Noel, Schroeder, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
The pass to Clemens. Shoots over Schroeder. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Diallo, no good.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Now here's McLemore. He's guarded by Schroeder. Pass to Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. There's the dish to Green.
Oh, the former Georgetown Bulldog, Jeff Green, now a veteran in the NBA. I mean, he's bounced around the last handful of years, but he's a smart player who still knows how to make an impact.
The free throw drops for Green. And for Green, who is almost out of the league due to a heart condition, he's had a great career.
He has, Kevin. I mean, he's never been an all-star, but his production has never been lacking at any of his stops. I mean, lately, Green has been best as a leader for the second unit, who came up with a handful of scores every game.
Both free throws good from Green.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
The shot's good from Paul.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Harden outside. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Gallinari inside the three-point line. No good off the back of the rim. Houston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall. And the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
And the Rockets making a change here. Covington's checked in.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with him.
Now, here is Gallinari. 6 points for him. Diallo with it. Now Covington defending. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Shooting two.
That free throw good from Diallo. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Rockets leading by 23. Tucker the pass to Clemens, and he banks in the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
At the elbow, Paul over Harden. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Houston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Covington passes to Harden. They get the rebound.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Diallo. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Houston, rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So for Oklahoma City right now, Paul out there with Diallo. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Ferguson in at the small forward position.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Chris, what's your definition of most valuable player?
LeBron, Michael Jordan. Okay, let me. Okay, the best player in the league. That's my definition. Who makes players better? Who brings the fans into the game? There's only one type of player that's an MVP, and there's only about 6 guys any year that can be MVP. But if you're talking about guys that help you, let's say, are the best on a contract or are getting the most bang for their buck, you got to look at guys like a Siakam. You know, he's just making over $2 million this season, still playing on that rookie contract. And those are the guys that are on their way up. So you can always find young talent playing for maybe less than what they should be getting at that time. But the most valuable player continues to be the top 6 players of the league, period.
Covington trying to break free. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Oh, absolutely not. And in his mind, no one can stop him on that, no matter the size.
Here's Dort. The rebound by Harden.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And for that game against the Hawks, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
And the first one drops. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019, letting guys pick their players. like old school on the park, I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
Here's Clemens. Offensive rebound. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now look, nobody takes more contact than Harden inside. Nobody's better at scoring through it.
Ferguson kicks to Muscala. Oklahoma City moving it around. Nader the pass to Muscala. Here's Diallo. Chandler with the block.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
And the Rockets making a change here. Rivers checked in. Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. 3 on the clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Clemens, he's guarded by Diallo. Chris, last season the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have, and they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was.
Me too.
Man,
I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually, some I really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company. Actually, so no, I think they've done a great job. Kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Robertson. He doesn't get the second one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Rivers surveying the D. Poked loose. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Robertson with it. Pass to Nader. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better in different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, you got your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Diallo. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across
everybody.
the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
Greg, that's about as high percentage a look as you're going to get running the floor beautifully.
Now here's Rivers, Clemens. Here's Caboclo. The shot will not fall. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Chris, I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat.
Oh, what a beautiful play.
What intensity. Did you see that?
Oh, my
Great.
goodness.
Oh, you can't forget about the speed of McLemore. Uses it so well on his drives to the hoop.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort, and they're able to recover. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And Baamute with the steal. Pass to Rivers. Back to Baamute. Now the pass to McLemore. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Pass to Adams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists in the game. Now here's Rivers. Defense right on him. Pass to Baamute. Back to Rivers. Just 5 to shoot. Over Robertson. Rivers can't get it to go.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all 3 of these leagues I'm in on.
Robertson, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by McLemore. McLemore's got his 4th rebound in this one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Rivers kicks to Caboclo. Good on the 3-point shot.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Here's Noel. It's blocked. In the corner, it's McLemore. And another 3 for Houston.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Oklahoma City shooting about 47% here in the 4th. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot to stop the run. Yep, that one goes.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Rivers dishes to McLemore. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. The Thunder also changing it up. Gallinari comes in for Adams, and Paul subbed in for Robertson. On defense, Oklahoma City. Westbrook, no good. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Baisley, the pass to Nader. See, Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, with the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing by the league.
Rivers passes to MpalavsMikey. Here's Chandler. Up top, Rivers. Wide open shot is on the money.
And for Rivers, it's about being consistent, especially when he's taking these jumpers.
Robertson kicks to Paul. Pass to Muscala. On the wing, Robertson. He's guarded by Rivers. Robertson can't hit, and here's Houston. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Clemens. It's rebounded by Robertson. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Look at the versatility of Paul. I mean, he can lead the break for you. He can finish. He can be a decoy. Such a tough matchup.
Clemens, defended by Paul. And he converts the layup.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
1:35 left to play here in the fourth. Unable to get that one. So Houston will take it the other way.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Russell Westbrook.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
Clemens, defended by Paul. The feed to Chandler, and Chandler throws it down.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Paul passes to Nader. They get it back. Here's Muscala. And they convert it last on attempt number 3.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
35 seconds left in the game. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Nader. That 3 off the mark. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Rivers kicks to MpalavsMikey. Pass to Clemens for the 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
And that's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.